Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This change of pace is ZTE, and even though it's the fourth largest phone brand in North America, you might not have heard of it. Well, that's because ZTE is typically focused on affordable phones instead of mold breakers like this. And to the company's credit, very little about this hardware feels substandard. Peel that second screen off the backside and it spins on a hinge so sturdy it feels like it came off a truck door. The lock is strong enough to keep it in tablet mode no matter how much jostling you do. And when you shrink it back down to phone size, it slams shut with a satisfying clack, worthy of the best clamshells of yesteryear. It's thicker than most phones and 17% more massive than even the ponderous Note 8. But that makes room for a programmable shortcut key and a power button that doubles as a fingerprint sensor. ZTE even took a note from HTC and Apple, pressing the earpiece into service as a secondary speaker when you don't want to use the headphone jack. And phone calls are just as clear as on a conventional phone. From a hardware standpoint, the Axon M does its predecessor, the Axon 7, proud. It doesn't take long, though, to start seeing the compromises.
It's something that's kind of in between. It's like halfway happy.
Android has come a long way since the last phone like this, but it's still not optimized for a second screen. ZTE had to do a lot of custom work to bridge the gap, and that took time. So, out of the box, the phone ships with Android Nougat, instead of the Oreo update that's promised soon. It's also running on older silicon, Snapdragon 821, soon to be 2 generations behind. That means you don't get the energy optimizations of newer processors, so the Axon M drains its moderately sized battery quite quickly when both screens are on. And speaking of those screens, you might notice a significant failure in quality control when both are open. On my review device and several others, the two displays have two different white points, with one appearing much warmer than the other. This is the kind of thing that might pass muster in the budget phone space, but doesn't really fly on an expensive flagship. What can you do with that second screen? More than you might expect, actually. The screen mirroring feature might come in handy for showing off photos across a table at a restaurant. I admit that's kind of a stretch, so more useful is the full screen view, which stitches the two displays into one canvas. Now, this isn't great for video since the resulting superscreen is both squarish and bisected by a big ugly bezel, but it is handy for things like Google Maps, where the bigger area makes it easier to see while driving. And the fact that Amazon Kindle lets you split a book across pages makes this my new favorite phone for reading. If you stack the screens vertically, you get an insane amount of room for the keyboard, or game emulator controls, or a handy spot to leave a comment and subscribe to a YouTube channel without ever leaving the video. Finally, the AB mode is for hardcore multitaskers who can run two apps side by side and almost simultaneously. ZTE obviously put a lot of thought into not just the how of making a dual-screen phone, but the why as well. And that makes the Axon M genuinely useful a lot of the time. Unfortunately, it's also genuinely frustrating a lot of the time. Sometimes an app thinks it's in dual-screen even when it's not, so half the content gets chopped off. There's no way to rotate the home screen to landscape in full canvas mode, nor is it possible to make use of the wasted space opposite the dock. Continuing on, switching between single and dual screens can be slow. Since the displays face outward when the phone is closed, it scratches very easily, Gorilla Glass 5 notwithstanding. And in a world where haptic feedback just keeps getting better, the vibration motor in this thing feels and sounds straight out of 2011. Lastly, we've got to talk about this camera. It's a single 20 megapixel shooter, which is logical for a phone with two screens. But in practice, shooting photos with this thing is a comical circus of rotations and delays, wrong sides and upside downs. If you lock the Axon M while it's in camera mode, the next time you turn it on, it's going to wake up on the wrong side, and when you flip it back to the front, you'll be lucky not to change your wallpaper or move some apps around by scraping your hand across what you thought was the back.
Imagine it all delivered in perfection. Start, restart time and space. Have it all in one turn. Endless possibilities, a new paradigm, history anew. Your future starts here. Dual side redefined.
न्यूबिया एक्स के बारे में वीडियो में आगे बढ़ने से पहले अगर आप लोगों ने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब बटन पे क्लिक कीजिए और बेल आइकन को दबाइए ताकि फ्यूचर में जब भी हम कोई नई वीडियो अपलोड करें तो आपको उसकी नोटिफिकेशन मिल सके। गाइज, न्यूबिया एक्स में आपको ड्यूल डिस्प्ले देखने को मिल जाती है। यहाँ पर आपको मिलती है 6.26 इंचेस की फुल HD प्लस 19:9 एस्पेक्ट रेशियो वाली फ्रंट डिस्प्ले और 5.1 इंचेस की HD प्लस बैक डिस्प्ले। इन दोनों ही डिस्प्ले में आपको गोरिल्ला ग्लास 3 की प्रोटेक्शन देखने को मिल जाएगी। प्रोसेसर की बात करें तो यहाँ पर आपको मिल जाएगा स्नैपड्रैगन का 845 ऑक्टा कोर प्रोसेसर। कैमरा क्वालिटी की बात करें तो यहाँ पर आपको मिल जाता है 16 मेगापिक्सल प्लस 24 मेगापिक्सल का ड्यूल कैमरा सेटअप, जिसे आप एज अ फ्रंट कैमरा या फिर एज अ रियर कैमरा भी यूज कर सकते हैं। बैटरी बैकअप की बात करें तो यहाँ पर आपको मिल जाती है 3800 mAh की बैटरी USB Type-C फास्ट चार्जिंग के सपोर्ट के साथ में। इसके साथ इस फोन का लोअर वेरिएंट जो कि है 6GB रैम प्लस 64GB इंटरनल स्टोरेज, उसकी प्राइस हो सकती है 34,500 रुपीज और इसके टॉप वेरिएंट जो कि है 8GB रैम प्लस 256GB इंटरनल स्टोरेज की प्राइस हो सकती है 45,000 रुपीज। इसके अलावा गाइज ये फोन दिसंबर 2018 तक लॉन्च हो सकता है। तो गाइज ये थी वीडियो रिगार्डिंग न्यूबिया एक्स स्मार्टफोन। तो अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो इस वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर करना ना भूलिए। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग गाइज।